All right, Palantir, guys. I got the PM Espresso for this video. Let's dive into it. Palantir looks like it's about to break out. If you're looking at the chart here, we went up 2.5% on the day. We got some big news. We're trading right under $188 a share. Closed up almost $5, and we're testing a multi-week resistance. Let's break this down, guys. Let's cover what's going on the charts, break down the news, what I'm looking to do as I am looking to trade the breakout here. So cheers. Again, got the PM Espresso for this video. Let me actually get a sip of this, guys. All right, cheers. And let's get into it. So before we dive into the news, which you're going to want to hear that, stick on throughout the video, let me show you what I'm noticing very quickly on these charts. Then we'll dive deeper into the charts later in the video. So we can see Palantir at this point, again, it is pushing the multi-week high, which in this case is $188 to $190 a share. That has been resistance for like 6 weeks now. We're talking 5-6 weeks, probably even longer than that. Yeah, I mean, look, this has been resistance literally since August, 188 to 190, and really, again, it's been struggling there in the short term. And if you look at what's going on, what's forming right now, we have a clear-cut cup and handle in the making, right? You guys see the cup, the handle. It's literally forming the handle as of today's session, and my alert's at $190. If it takes that out, this is going to run. That's the reality. And again, I'm looking to trade that breakout. Not only is it a 5-6 week resistance from early mid-November, but again, this stock struggled there all throughout September, October, and stemming back to August. So I like the way it's setting up here. Cup and handle, inverse head and shoulders as well. Whichever way you want to slice and dice it, it looks pretty bullish, right? And that doesn't mean for sure it's going to break out, go to 200 plus again. You know, that's not guaranteed. It doesn't necessarily always play out, but the charts do look pretty good here. So let me show you some news we got. Let me come over here, guys. Bear with me. And I'm sure a lot of you saw this already, but let's quickly run through it for those that maybe missed it. Maybe you're busy, you know, you didn't see the news. So we can see Accenture and Palantir have formed the Accenture Palantir Business Group, right? Designed to accelerate the delivery of advanced AI and data solutions that power new value and drive growth for global clients. So essentially, they're expanding their global strategic partnership to drive, of course, AI reinvention, right? And as part of the relationship, Accenture has been named a Palantir preferred global partner for enterprise transformation. And with the significant expansion of our ecosystem, partnership with Palantir, our clients can accelerate advanced AI across the enterprise and deliver business outcomes faster, said Julie Sweet, Chair and CEO of Accenture. She said, in our focus areas, the combination of Accenture's broad industry and functional experience with Palantir's powerful platforms will help enable organizations to build AI and data solutions and develop scalable enterprise AI systems that drive reinvention, create value, and foster growth. So we're seeing this partnership expand. Alex Karp said our expanded partnership with Accenture will help enterprises transform themselves at speed and scale using Palantir's platform. He said, I'm excited that our partnership will further accelerate the impact that both Accenture and Palantir are having in deploying AI-powered decision intelligence capabilities across industry. So that's one big piece of news. And it looks like here, another one piece of news we got. Palantir announced the renewal of multi-year contract with the DGSI. Let me actually zoom in a little bit here. I'll bring my big old head down here to the left, guys. I'm sure you want to see the news, not my big old head, right? So we can see they announced a 3-year renewal of their contract with the DGSI, France's domestic intelligence agency, extending a partnership that has been ongoing for nearly a decade. Yes, you heard that right, guys. This agreement relates to the supply of Palantir's proprietary software platform, as well as the integration, support, and assistance services that are necessary for this software's deployment and operational use. This renewal comes at a time when national security challenges require robust, scalable technological capabilities that meet the highest standards in security, confidentiality, and data governance, right? So this, again, has been a long-standing partnership. They announced a 3-year renewal of their contract. And yeah, I mean, this is supported by a French team of employees with France-based leadership and governance. Palantir Solutions have supported the French Internal Intelligence Service in its own critical work for a while now, including during major national events such as the 2024 Olympic and Paralympic Games. And essentially, guys, this renewal, the renewal of this contract, confirms Palantir's role as a technological partner that stands with French institutions, right, responsible for national security, and reaffirms its commitment to providing cutting-edge capabilities with the level of rigor and reliability required for essential missions for France. So we got two big pieces of news back to back. Again, that 3-year renewal here with this contract, and again the news with Accenture, very big here, and it's leading again Palantir to move towards this $190 resistance, which it hasn't broken out yet. Keep that in mind. Don't get too excited, right? And mind you, the market we're in is nuts. It's rocky, it's volatile. We're up, we're down. We're currently, I think the NASDAQ had its 4th straight red day today, guys. So keep in mind the market we're in. But yeah, I mean, it goes to show the strength here in Palantir stock. As again, it's starting to move, right? It's starting to move, and now I'm waiting for that big break. And again, the strength here is the fact that we had a green day in the midst of a red day today for the overall stock market. So I like it. And again, I'm eyeing up this breakout for that trade. I think ultimately, guys, we could be pushing 200 again, believe it or not, if we see this cup and handle play out. Again, however you want to slice and dice it, cup and handle, right? Inverse head and shoulders, whatever it may be. If it breaks 190, the first gap to fill is up to about 200 to 202, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But that's initially where I think we could go. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments. And it's not just Palantir that had a great day, man. We had a lot of stocks rebound today. Affirm is one that I'm watching, AFRM, which is starting to break out here of these moving averages for the first time in about a month. And it could be a pump fake. We don't know for sure. It's not fully breaking out of this trend line, but we're testing it right now. And I think Affirm, if it takes out, let's say 75 to 77, 78 a share, if we start pushing into the 80s again, this could be a nice runner into the new year. AFRM. Circle saw an insane rebound today, which is a stock that I own. I started buying, like 3-4 weeks ago. Everybody in my Patreon, you guys know that. I was buying all the way down to the 60s, right? High 60s. And I'm pretty sure, right? Or maybe low 70s. Either way, my average cost is $75-ish a share on this one. So we went up 10% on the day, and it was actually down to 74 in the pre-market. This thing was going nuts, guys. Circle. It was at 74, so essentially it was at my average cost this morning, and now it's, back to 83. It ripped 12% off the pre-market low. So yeah, Circle, very nice rebound. Tesla, you guys saw Tesla. We all saw what's going on there. This one's going nuts, and we called it out, right, yesterday, the day before, and I was like, guys, 500, it's in the cards. But once it hits 500, maybe it sees a blow-off top rally to 525. I think we're going to get a pullback after that. We'll see. Doesn't look like we're getting the pullback yet, but I think it's in the cards. Again, if it gets way too stretched, $500, $525, guys, we're going to get the pullback. Trust me. So that's it for the video. That's it for, I guess, all the videos for today. Hope you guys had a great day overall. Hope the market didn't, tear you up too much today. It wasn't that bad, even though we had a lot of red in terms of the indices. A lot of individual stocks still did pretty well. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button, and don't forget to check out the Patreon If you want to be a part of the private Discord, see my portfolio updates every single week. We're investing $1,000 a week, guys, and we're building a portfolio. You get to see all the stocks I'm buying, selling, how I rebalance, all that. Link down below in the comments as well, or simply go to stasurfs.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.